Well, to begin with, my year is the culmination of the efforts of the two H.A.R. chairmen plus the greater number of H.A.R. presidents that preceded me. I just happened to be the chairman that received the credit for everyone else's contributions. But in answer to your question, though, we had a superior resale and new construction market. 1998 shattered all-time sales records with 51,904 properties sold, and that's a 26% gain over 1997. Record low mortgage interest rates, high consumer confidence, and strong job growth are the reasons. I had the reputation, whether deserved or not, as being Mr. Technology. We had 12,000 members at H.A.R. and I wanted to have all of them connected to the internet. So my slogan for my year was, "Get connected." We didn't get all of them connected, though. I think we got about 6,000 connected to the internet, but it definitely changed the focus of H.A.R. and it sustained the birth and growth of H.A.R.com. And that culminated in the George C. Stevens Technology Center at H.A.R. being named after me. Jim Sherry, past president of InterRealty, which was our MLS vendor then, cut the ribbon with me. It was a state-of-the-art technology center with numerous computer workstations, an overhead-mounted digital projector, and other cool stuff. Well, there are 6 major challenges that come to mind. The first challenge is changing the primary focus of H.A.R. from being a totally dues-based nonprofit to a self-sufficient organization delivering a wanted and needed service to its members. We had 7 town hall meetings implemented throughout the greater Houston area to address charging all realtors instead of only brokers for MLS services. Many of those town hall meetings showed that H.A.R. had a split membership as to what its primary mission was. That was to assist its new members in achieving ongoing profitability. Basically, though, at the end of the day, through open discussions and seeing to it that everyone had a chance to communicate, we ended up with the seedling that has grown into what H.A.R. is today. The second challenge is that the H.A.R. Board of Directors disbanded the nominating committee and opened H.A.R. officer elections to anyone who was sitting on the Board of Directors. That produced a whole new level of transparency to H.A.R. The third challenge was the chairman's installation. Previous installations were formal evening affairs and ticket costs were too high, in my opinion. Also, many single realtors, both male and female, were reluctant to show up alone at a formal evening installation. We believed a luncheon requiring only business attire would be less expensive and encourage a greater number of attendees. We were correct. We launched what turned out to be a standing room only luncheon at the Junior League building. The fourth challenge was that I began the Ask George column in the format that led to its present form. Now known as the Ask George and Chuck column, as Chuck Jacobus, a board-certified attorney in both residential and commercial real estate law, joined me many years ago as a co-author. Our website, www.askgeorge.net, is one of the 3 websites I maintain. We are still published by the Houston Chronicle, both print and electronic editions, as well as TexasRealEstate.com and MyRealtySnap.com. We have been published by Inman News and Realty Times. Fifth is that H.A.R. hosted the 2nd annual Vision 2000 Summit at the Omni Hotel. Jeremy Conaway, strategic architect, again provided the direction. More than 200 Realtor Association executive officers and leaders attended. I was proud to introduce the Future Smart workshops so that participants could gain very specific knowledge on topics of their choosing, especially upcoming technologies. And finally, the RPAC Trip of a Lifetime sweepstakes. TreePack, in cooperation with RPAC, offered this sweepstakes. The winner could choose an exploration of the Alaskan coast, experience South African splendor, or trek down under to New Zealand and Australia. I donned an Indiana Jones type getup. The wardrobe was already in my closet, including a single-action Colt 41 revolver that was carried by my Texas Ranger grandfather. Greg Hale did the photo shoot in Houston, and in the summer Houston heat, with the hat, leather jacket, and gun belt with holstered Colt, it was hot. The photo assistant was constantly supplying me with towels to mop up the perspiration that seemed to be cascading from my head. Finally, when Greg Hale said, "Okay, let's do this scene one more time," I replied, "Okay, but if there are any more times, I'm going to replace the script with language that would make a sailor blush." We all got everything right, which is a very good thing because we had run out of dry towels. Well, I've been very fortunate in that I've remained connected as either a member of the Board of Directors or the HRIS Board of Directors. So I've had an up-close and personal exposure to the changes. In a nutshell, today H.A.R. is not only the largest local realtor association in the country, but it has the reputation of being the preeminent realtor association globally in all aspects, from service to its members to services to the consumers. Remain focused on delivering what is wanted and needed by the consumer of real estate services at a price he or she is willing and able to pay. And get involved in the committees and leadership of H.A.R.